All right, well, I know you wanted to talk about this. A lot of stuff happened at E3. Video games, sir. It's happening. A lot of new titles announced. Also some new hardware from Microsoft. Can you break it down for us?
Yeah. It's it's called Project Scarlett. Microsoft is making a new console. It's coming out in 2020. And let me see.
New game to go with it. Halo Infinite.
Yeah, that's coming
8K
out the same
support.
time.
8K support. That's some ridiculous resolution. SSD storage, so faster load times. That's a welcome addition. Ray tracing graphics as well on there.
Yeah.
That's some exciting stuff. I don't know. And they're going to keep the optical disc drive as well as support for old Xbox stuff. So maybe they learned from their mistakes in the past.
Yeah.
Remember when they were like, yeah, you can't play your old... People flipped out.
Mm-hmm.
People were so upset about that.
They like they want legacy.
I know, which
legacy
is I think that's what people ask for. That's what people hope for.
Yeah, and PlayStation didn't have an event, but they announced that PS5 will have similar specs.
So it's going to have 8-core AMD CPU based on the chip manufacturer's 7-nanometer process. Its graphical capabilities will also run on AMD hardware based on the Radeon Navi architecture. These are going to be powerful, as expected.
Right.
Now, you also mentioned that there is going to be some sort of cloud component.
Yeah, so Xbox is releasing Project XCloud, which is going to be released in October, a month before Stadia. So there's going to be competition there. I think PS5, they have PS Now. It's already launched, but I think they're actually going to really revamp it and add more titles so they can compete with XCloud.
Now, we reported previously on the partnership, the handshake that happened between Microsoft and Sony. It's possible that there's some interoperability there.
Right.
They seem to be friendly with one another, so there's a potential that they could team up, have certain benefits, connections between their cloud services to beef up their product offerings against the other competitors like Stadia and so forth. There's not a lot of information here about that specifically, but presumably that could happen.
Yep.
So, release date, what are we looking at? 2020, you said? Where is it? Yeah, 2020. That's all they're saying. Holiday 2020. So that's a little bit more specific. If you've been holding out, if you need a new console, if you're a console gamer, things are improving. It continues. I remember the conversation previously about consoles being over. Like I remember the last PlayStation. They're like, this might be the last PlayStation. Yeah. But apparently that's not the case. Gaming, still healthy enough. And who knows, this cloud idea, this cloud situation could breathe some new life into the idea of console or at least living room gaming. It'll be really interesting to see how they differentiate the product offering, because obviously if you have gaming via the cloud, you still want to have a controller, physical controller for these AAA titles. Presumably you want to be on a display. The way that Stadia is talking about it is with the Chromecast. You can imagine the Chromecast like being a mini little console, kind of. Mm-hmm. These consoles here, they're going to behave that way, but then they're also going to have the local storage via SSD, so you can still download games. So they're going to be kind of more Swiss Army knife versions of that. But how do you not cannibalize the old school physical download version of the game for the cloud version? Like how do they all operate together in such a fashion that lets them have their own airspace, so to speak, so that they don't bite too far into the other product? It'll be interesting to see how they map it all out, but it's a modern approach. I like the idea of being able to have these various ways to interact with your games. Possibly you go with a cloud service. Possibly there's a subscription there because you like to interact in that fashion. And then if you're old-fashioned and you're one of these people hating on Stadia saying, hey, man, it doesn't work, I got a bad connection, or I want to have my game local or whatever, you could do that as well. So it looks like both Sony and Microsoft are going to aim to deliver a package like that.